Ladies and gentlemen, it's time for Game 4. I tell you what, I expected some exciting games coming into this TVZ between Boxer and Sen, but I honestly didn't realize that we were going to have the types of games that we've been having, you know. Part of me thought, oh, maybe we'll see some early aggression from Boxer. It'll fail. Sen will take over. He'll do his damage with his counterattacks. They'll be quick games. Maybe a lot of the people betting thought the exact same thing, but that is not what is happening here today. I am DJ Wheat. Joining me is Day 9. And Day, you want to introduce our players?
Oh my goodness, Wheat. In the bottom left corner, we have Fnatic MSI's Sen as Red Zerg. And in the top right, we have Slayers Boxer from Team Slayers. So I always want to call him Slayers Boxer. He's in the top right as the Blue Terran. It looks like he's going to be going for a little bit of a re-wall-off action at his thin choke to his natural expansion. Now, to note, this is one of the older versions of Shakura's Plateau, so there are those backdoor destructible rocks. Although it is a cross-map situation, Terrans will still want to push along that backside very frequently. So an important question is actually, has Boxer redesigned his strategies to accommodate the new version of Shakura's Plateau, or is he going to go stick to the traditional styles and sort of abandon any new practice he's gotten? We've seen a lot of players, when they pop onto this map, taking this inner third instead of another mains natural as a third, because again, it's a little bit different in the newer versions. Looks like Boxer, though, going to be going for that delicious, not quite proxy Rax. It's far enough away that, you know, freaks the Zerg out, but not so far that he can't just lift and pull back as he needs.
Yeah, I mean, I find it really... you know, we talk about how a lot of different play styles define players. You know, you say X player, oh yeah, immediately a play style comes to mind. But actually seeing Boxer open every game like this, you know, it's just kind of encouraging to know, hey, he's got his own play style and he's going to make it work for him. And he's up 2 games right now, 2-1. So, you know, why not? As the barracks is going to finish, we're going to have the first Marine coming out, and now he's going to fly it over. So he really literally just built it there. He's going to now fly it over. He expanded as well. 1 Marine going over. Already an SCV here. The hatchery's not done yet, and he's going to put a bunker up right next to the Vespene Geyser and adjacent to the hatchery. We've got 3 drones coming down right now. Oh, he's going to scoot on through, building it on up. More drones coming through, and he gets inside yet again. This Marine is going to come forward, but I do not think this bunker's going to finish.
Oh, he's got to be careful, that SCV, man, just to escape with 5 life. And look at this Boxer just trying to kill 1 drone. If he can get 1, that'll make it all worth it. It wasn't all worth it. He's gonna have to pull back. He just shot that drone in the face a couple times, but he's tough. He's a workman. I believe that there was a president who was shot and finished the speech before going to the hospital.
Really?
And although I can't remember what president that was, that drone is like that president, he said, making a funny joke.
I suck at history, dude, so I can't help you out there. I wish that I could be the co-caster who was like, oh, of course, that was Andrew Johnson, our 39th president. I don't even know if Andrew Johnson. Anyway, we've got Lings moving up here. We've got more Marines out, but Boxer with a really successful wall off here, even incorporating his little not proxy racks over to the side. More Marines going to be coming out here as he morphs into an orbital. Now, this is where Sen, we're obviously going to see him drone, and that's exactly what he's doing. 4 drones coming out. Gas just went up. 5 minutes and 30 seconds. Just now putting his first drones on gas, but you just see that the drone count right now, Harvesters 22 to 25 with Sen having the favor right here, and it looks like Sen's going to take control of the middle, and he better enjoy it while he can, because one of the great things about Terran is their ability to move forward and really control this middle here on Shakura's.
We even see, again, Boxer relying on this same play, getting the 3 barracks, throwing down the tech lab so we can get that stim quite early on, and then getting the reactors, I would almost certainly expect, on these second few barracks. And every time he hits the 6 Marine count, he moves right on out. It looks like 7 Marines out on the field right now. Boxer having some phenomenal aggression timing. Look at that. The speed for the Zerglings only just now started. Reactors now getting added on those barracks. I mean, for any Terran players feeling lost in TVZ, steal this build.
Dude, you know what? There's a lot of Marines here and only a couple of Lings. We got 8 in production. No Spinecrawler is down. We're even going to see a Creep Tumor probably fall as well. The Queens are going to move forward.
No!
Will it be enough? They do snipe the Creep Tumor, which is 25 energy, basically wasted. And again, I love the poke. You know, I love going in. I'm going to do some damage. What's my target? Cool. Creep Tumor. It may not be a lot, but he didn't lose anything, and he just got rid of 25 energy. Not horrible. Did force a few more Lings out, and now we got the drones, Sen going back. So great poke, great aggression, and an even better response from Sen. Like, it's pretty inspiring to see that kind of play. It's like, okay, I took care of it. Now I'm going to go ahead and drone up. Boxer, same thing. Okay, I did some damage. Not going to lose anything I shouldn't.
Pulling all those Marines back, going to get ready for a big attack pretty soon. His stim is wrapping up. He's now getting the starport and the engineering bay for the +1 and, of course, the plus medevac upgrade. We see the orbital command continuing to churn out those SCVs, the ceaseless command centers of Boxer, but whoopsie daisies, an uncharacteristic supply block from Boxer, so he's going to go ahead and make 3 extra supply depots. We see that 3rd hatch from Fnatic.Sen going down in the top left, and more of his Zerglings continue to position themselves in the center. Now that he does have that Zergling speed, the +1 melee attack, again, love that fast +1 melee, Baneling Nest going down, and another little poke by Zerg, and I think he's going to be very uncomfortable with that Marine count that he sees.
Yeah, he does have, we had 20 Lings on the way now, 12 Lings on the way as a bunch have popped out, and he may have to dedicate even more larva to the cause. He is getting his Bane speed right here, and this is where it's scary, because even starting it, if he decides to move, clear out these towers, and immediately move forward, it may not be done by the time those Marines get there. Right now, there are 6 Banelings being morphed, 12 more Lings on the way, got the Spire going as well, and the lair, do notice, it is at the natural. So a successful attack here. Could it happen? Oh, there's the macro hatch going down right there at the ramp, so that will help as well, just in case. But the Terran, I guess the threat is now gone as he is moving back. You know, +1 weapons is underway. Combat shield about ready to finish. He does have a good amount of Marines. Felt like a little missed opportunity there, but playing it smart. He knows what kind of style Sen plays.
Man, and you know, go back to that macro hatch with me. That macro hatch right on the corpse of the dead Creep Tumor. You see, he's versatile. He's making use of his losses. Space freedom. Exactly what I wanted. I'm gonna psych Boxer out a little bit. So we see Boxer regathering at those Zel Naga watchtowers, just clearing off those Zerglings, and a couple of Zerglings are beginning to make their way in. It's a little bit risky to begin to, you know, poke with those Zerglings. Even losing just 4 or 5 can have a pretty substantial outcome. If, you know, those 4 or 5 Lings, say, were wrapped around a tank with some friendly fire damage, you never know. So you need to be very, very, very frugal. And now he's stim running the Marines up, just going to poke up with them while he sieges the tanks. And there's the scan to pick off all of the Creep Tumors, doing so much. Picking off all those is just essential. It locks down Zerg movement, not just now, but later on. Zerg can't be as aggressive, but we're seeing Sen with that same momentum style, just pulling back and pulling back and pulling back. I'm going to wait till the last possible second to surround Boxer.
And you know what? Right now, I think he's just, he's got so many Banelings over here on the side, and a lot of Lings to come up. 12 more on the way, +2 melee attacks about to finish, and he could choose to probably go in right now. Another tank is coming to reinforce. We are going to have some Marines moving forward. Banelings are getting into position. He's going to spread himself out. 1 siege tank, and here he goes. He's going to go ahead and shoot forward.
Oh!
Baneling's going to spread out. 1 tank goes down. 2 tank goes down. Backline also getting hurt, and the Baneling speed is going to help out huge as every unit from the Terran gets absolutely annihilated, minus a few Marines. They're going to get loaded up in these medevacs, and uh-oh, the drop still going forward is Boxer with the attacks.
Looks like Boxer just trying to do anything he can to just maintain that control. It looks like he will definitely be losing this drop. That is at the 3rd, but there's also a drop getting unloaded in the main, and it looks like Sen's a little bit unprepared. Oh no, he has a spine crawler. Zerglings streaming down the drop at the top left, trying to do more damage, but Sen is all over that. Mutalisk now swarming in. Phenomenal second round defense by Sen. He is in an amazingly effective position after that. That's waiting for so long, just amazing patience really shining through for Sen. He now has a pretty high Mutalisk count coming up. Terran really has no ability to be aggressive. Look at this force from Boxer. It is not the kind of force that we saw on Metalopolis. And now Sen even managing to lock down that third base.
Yeah, he's going to take out all these SCVs before the missile turrets even get up, and that's actually a huge, huge win for the Mutas. He does not have a whole lot of them right now. In fact, almost loses one there on a miss rally. Going to pick off a few Marines here and there. Then he's going to scoot on over. Oh my gosh, there are no missile turrets at the natural either. If he goes in there and sees that, he could do some additional damage, and he's just going to scoot back around. No, not the one to attack. However, you know, oh my, oh, you're killing me. Oh my, every one of those hurts so bad.
Yeah, every time one of those missiles explodes, look at that one Mutalisk coming back. In Mass Effect, that Mutalisk chose the sole survivor. Little history, story path, and I don't think he's too happy about it at this point. Slayer's Boxer now moving out with again, a reasonable force, but Sen having secured that fourth base and picking off yet another medevac. The drops are just not effective in this game. Seeing Sen even continue to drone up as he sees this huge force advancing forward. Boxer continuing to be cautious, checking the Xel'Naga watchtowers, and just pulling right on back again.
Yeah, we have the armory going up for Slayer's Boxer. Probably can see a couple of Thors out there. However, he's pretty much nullified the Mutalisk count numbers here in terms of, I mean, where he would be at if he wouldn't have lost all those. He is at about 16, which is where Sen has been successful with those. So having a few Thors out will indeed help. Siege Tank's moving forward with a lot of Marines and, you know, trying to take position here in the middle. But we just have so many Lings coming out. Not as many Banelings as we had before, plus 2 Muta attack underway. The fourth base is getting droned up right now, and here we have Boxer moving forward. Got to be careful on this one.
Ooh, another nice scan, picking all those creep tumors off. Mutalisk trying to snipe off any unsuspecting tanks, but again, we noticed that that creep spread a lot less than where it should have been as a result of that first push. Clearly having some efficiency in the later stages, and we're seeing Boxer again with an amazing spread of tanks. And here comes Sen rolling on in. The tanks need to do huge damage to the Banelings. Not quite doing the damage they need to do yet, and the Banelings rip right through them. 12 Marines, all that remains, with a whole Zerg army at their heels, trying to do what they can to escape. But it looks like Boxer with another army to rejoin. Will it be enough? And ooh, looks like Sen going to have to retreat for just a moment. But man, look at those food counts again. We 176 to 124.
Yeah, even as it goes down for Sen, it's replenished very, very quickly. And the big difference on the economy in this game is that Sen hasn't had much problems. Actually, we missed it over here, but there was a drop to take out the fourth. And I was about to say that Sen hasn't had much problem there with his economy. It looks like Boxer knows that that is a problem for him. He did take that out with a drop. I'm sure that our observer got it, and we just have to acknowledge it so people can't call us idiots day. Acknowledge. More Banelings out. More Lings as well. Muta's going to fly into this giant Marine pack, but will force a stim. There are no medevacs here for the Terran, but he is not going to attack quite yet. But look at how low he keeps those Marines. Of course, the energy will quickly be depleted. So we're seeing a lot more Mutas coming out, and those numbers are not really diminishing, Sean.
Yeah, I mean, that is really the scary thing that happens with a Zerg. 26 Mutalisks out right now. For Zerg 27 continuing to make them, and look at this. He's going to roll right into the main. There's going to be almost nothing that Boxer can do about him. Oh, look at those poor little SCVs. The poor supply depots, so vulnerable. He's swinging on to the right side. Are there any Thors in sight? No, the Thors only about halfway done. The orbital command gets taken down. Sen beginning to work his way through all the depots. Boxer does the only thing he can, mounts a big counterattack. But look at the Baneling Zergling count from Sen. A drop from Boxer in the main, trying to pick off those overlords. Boxer relentless with drops. Despite the muted numbers, he has to pick up. He has to unload, and look at the push in the middle. Another amazing tactical play by Boxer, knowing where those Mutalisks are, knowing the drop will be effective. He's going to try to pick off this third. Will he be able to get it in time? The Baneling's rolling up. He gets the third, and the Banelings stream in, and the Mutalisks clean up. I don't know if it was effective.
It was not effective. Actually, the Mutas knowing exactly when to pull back from the harassment on the base and the Terran. He did take out an orbital, took out a couple of supply depots. The numbers for the Zerg now are where he wants them to be. 103 supply for Boxer, 182 for the Zerg, and right now Sen has to feel like I can go in and hit this dagger into his heart. Here come the Banes. There's not a planetary here. The orbital will just melt, and a bunch of SCVs going down as well. That puts the worker count at 43 SCVs to 81 drones. With so many mutas, it would give any player a nightmare. We've got a few Marines moving forward, thinking maybe we could be heroes, but it is not going to happen. Sen now taking over the base. Another drop on the north side of the map from Boxer.
Wow, we see medevac drop, gonna unload, but man, look at that hungry Mutalist pack swinging into the top side. Works its way in between the spine crawlers, but Mutalists can easily maneuver their way around that quality positioning and are going to demolish that force. We see Boxer continuing to swing forward with some units in the middle. I mean, his resilience is phenomenal. I cannot emphasize enough the fact that Boxer is not dead. He's still alive and kicking, getting Thors in that army mix, trying to churn out what forces he can. It's going to be a relatively meager force, but still, I am amazed at Boxer's resilience. A nice Thor hit does pick off a Mutalist, but of course, Mutalists don't really care much whenever they lose a friend because there's no doubt going to be more friends made by the second.
And look at that. He goes after the orbital. It'll go down oh so quick. It does, the Terra does have access to this hatchery that was just built in the northern third space. More medevacs are out. He's going to move forward to take this out, but the Muta's doing work, and this is what I was talking about, Dave. Get rid of the production for Boxer, and there will be nothing that he can do to reinforce his army. One barracks gone down. It looks like we're going to have a factory go down. Could possibly have a second factory, and there's just no doubt in my mind that if Sen cripples this production, that this army that Boxer has left over is just going to eventually be dead. 200 supply to 109. Two Thors being brought over by the medevac. They will go down oh so easy. Almost.
Yeah, those Thors do some amazing damage, but of course, with that many Mutalists, they get themselves a little bit one-shotted. We see another force swinging forward, trying to do damage, but too many Banelings. No amount of control is going to solve that problem. Boxer with almost nothing on the map gives the good game, and Sen ties the series up 2-2.
Wow. Really impressed. And, you know, beforehand, evaluating the initial games that we saw today, getting into the mind of Sen, saying, how are we going to kill Boxer this time? Obviously, Boxer going for a similar style, keeping up that macro, getting that production really high, keeping the production up, good compositions, controlling his units right. But as the Muta numbers continue to just grow and grow and grow, Boxer being a little bit later on those Thors, not having anything to deal with them, great control from Sen, and just overwhelming, eventually picking through, getting rid of that production. And that might be the Achilles heel that Sen has found here. So it's going to the fifth and final game. I want to hear your overall thoughts on that one. Another great one in this series.
I mean, you know, I talked about Sen in Game 3 on Metalopolis, the fact that he lost, but there was so much momentum building up, and Boxer did an amazing job just battering it back down. In that last game, even though Boxer lost, you gotta be blown away by the fact that Sen got a huge lead after crushing that first initial push, crushing the drop split by Boxer, but Boxer still managed to hang on. So, you know, everything I said about all this momentum, it's so dangerous, though, when you're still playing against someone who is as potent a player as Boxer is, because with that aggression, with that ability to just snag the control and never give it up, it's so intimidating to play against as a Zerg player, but Sen revealed some amazing calm. The final game will be on Crevasse, and this, I think, is going to be the battle of the tactics, because with Boxer's relentless aggression and securing of those strong positions by ground, he's still going to have to worry about huge counterattack paths by air, because that backdoor expansion is so vulnerable to Mutalist harass.
Yeah, and if he decides to go with the mutas again, which did prove to sort of crack that armor of Slayer's Boxer, it could work out for the better. Game 5 will decide it all. Who will be eliminated and who will move on to the round of 8? Well, we're going to find out real soon, Mr. Day 9. As I'm DJ Wee, joined by Day 9, and we're going to continue here with the PokerStrategy.com TSL3 round of 16 between Slayer's Boxers.
Slayers and
Fnatic.Sen
Boxers.
right after this.